Today you'll experience the life simulation of a 12-year renovation project manager. On a 50,000 yuan quote, the real cost is just 20,000. Where the other 30,000 ends up will shock you. You're 38, running 4 foremen and 12 workers, pushing more than 30 apartments a year from bare shell to move-in ready. Just how deep this industry runs, you know better than anyone. When an owner first walks in, you do one thing: judge whether they're a pro or a rookie. For pros, you quote honestly, margin at 15%. For rookies, the quote doubles and margin starts at 50%. The test is simple. They ask, what brand of wall paint, rookie? They ask, is Nippon odorless 125th or 6th generation, pro? 80% of clients in this trade are rookies. That 80% is where your profit comes from. First quote sheet trap, bait and race. You push the total price super low to get them to sign, but you plant vague clauses, electrical and plumbing billed at actual cost. The owner signs feeling like they scored a deal. Once work starts, the actual electrical and plumbing bill runs 2 to 3 times the estimate. On a 100 square meter flat, quoting 5,000 to lure the signature, then charging 15,000 is standard. They're in the game now. They can't back out. Second trap, the unit price game. Wall leveling at 30 yuan per square meter. Sounds fair, they not. What you didn't mention, there are 2 kinds of leveling. Spot leveling fixes only uneven patches. Full leveling redos the entire wall. The owner doesn't know, so you do full leveling and the build area doubles. A 100 square flat that needs 60 squares of real leveling gets billed as 100, an extra 1,200 yuan. Hidden in the unit definitions, this kind of upcharge adds 5,000 to 8,000 per job. Main materials are the biggest kickback pool. You walk the owner through the building material market, and you know every shop. Tile gives you 20% back, cabinets 15%, flooring 18%, bathroom fittings 25%. The owner thinks you're helping them find bargains. In fact, the shops baked the kickback into retail long ago. On 200,000 yuan of main materials, you pocket 30,000 to 40,000. No project manager in this trade doesn't take kickbacks. I don't take markups as pure sales talk. Worker wages also carry kickbacks. You quote the owner 300 a day for carpentry. You actually pay the carpenter 220. The 80 yuan gap is yours. Masons, plumbers, painters, every trade, same pattern. On one flat, the wage gap alone clears 8,000. The workers aren't stupid, but they need you for the next job. You cut them off, they don't eat. So this spread becomes the default broker fee of the trade. Change orders are the nuclear weapon of this trade. The contract says 50,000. The final bill lands at 80,000 to 100,000. The difference is all change orders. How do they appear? Method 1, deliberate omission. Before work starts, you know a line item will be needed, but you leave it out of the contract. Wall reinforcement, plumbing rerouting. Once work starts, it's discovered on-site as mandatory. Method 2, nudged upgrades. This material isn't really up to standard. Spend another 3,000 for the imported version. The owner can't move in. They have to pay. Wall reinforcement is a classic change order. Old wall comes down and, surprise, a crack in the load-bearing structure. You insist on reinforcement, unsafe to live in otherwise. The owner hears safety and panics. Reinforcement starts at 5,000. The truth, 99% of homes need no special reinforcement. Those cracks are normal construction joints or aging lines. The owner has no way to know. Whatever you say, they believe. Electrical plumbing rework is change order disaster zone number 2. Job that costs 3,000 gets billed at 15,000. How? First, every line runs strict right angles. Shortest path routing is sufficient, but the right angle version uses double the wire. Second, strong and weak current gets separate conduits. One conduit with a divider is enough, but 2 sets double your pipe spend. Third, every outlet upgrades to 4 square wire. Ordinary outlets run fine on 2.5 square, so wire cost doubles. At final inspection, the owner sees those grid-perfect artworks on the wall and thinks you went the extra mile. Auxiliary materials are the invisibility cloak for profit. Owners watch main materials like hawks, but cement, sand, gypsum board, putty, glue, screws, steel tracks, they have no reference prices. A bag of ordinary cement you quote at 40, they think that's market. Real price, 22. A gypsum board quoted at 80, real price 35. Auxiliary materials add 8,000 to 12,000 per job, and the owner will never go to a hardware market to look up cement prices. This is the most reliable profit in the trade. The timeline is also a profit tool. Contract says 60 days. You could finish in 45, but you never deliver early. Why? The longer the project drags, the more willing the owner becomes to swallow change orders. Workers ease the pace. A new issue surfaces every 10 days, and the owner, worn down, just wants it done. Whatever extra cost you name, they nod. This is psychological warfare. In their anxiety, they sign the last change orders. The designer's commission, you split with them too. If the client came in through a designer, the designer takes 8 to 15% of the total contract. You don't mention it, but it's already baked into the quote. Some firms even require designers to refer a project manager. Owners without a referral get their plans buried. So the designer on your side, the owner sees, is actually one link in a complete chain. Designer and project manager are partners. Substituting cheap for premium in auxiliary materials, standard sleight of hand territory. That branded cement bag may hold unbranded cement. That shoe paint bucket may hold garage workshop paint. The owner sees brand packaging, gets half-price content on one flat. This trick alone saves $15,000 in cost. How do you avoid problems? Only the visible surfaces get real goods, finish coats, main walls. Hidden work gets the fakes, because the owner will never see hidden work in their lifetime. Final inspection is theater. The owner brings friends and parents. You're prepared. Lights cranked up, floors scrubbed, corners wiped to a gleam so they notice the reflection. You volunteer the small flaws. There's a tiny crack in the corner here. I'll send someone tomorrow to patch it. Your honesty moves them, and they stop looking for the big problems. You hand them a small gift. The signature on the inspection sheet comes easy. After signing, any problem they find later, accountability gets murky. After sales is the biggest hollow check. 5-year warranty looks reassuring on paper. You know the truth. 3 years from now, when the owner calls, you've likely changed companies, probably changed cities. Your phone is disconnected. Even if they find you, you'll say, that's not covered under warranty, or you caused this by using it wrong. The cost of pursuing it is too high. 80% just pay out of pocket to fix it themselves. 5-year warranty is paper ink with no teeth. Regulation in this trade is a near vacuum. The state requires a renovation license, but one can be borrowed through a shell arrangement for 3,000 yuan. There are no on-site inspectors. An owner complaining to Consumer Protection gets a mediated refund of a few thousand at most. 12 years, 300 plus apartments. Only 2 ended up in actual court. One of those, the owner withdrew. The legal cost ran higher than the renovation cost, and the math made them give up. There's an unwritten rule among peers: don't expose each other. If the owner walks into another renovation firm for a second opinion, that firm's project manager says, the first team's work is pretty standard. A few small issues we could patch up for you. Why? Next time that firm has a client, they may come to you for a second opinion. Nobody exposes anybody. You collectively maintain the trade's mystique. The owner never figures out who's telling the truth. Package pricing is the newer scam. Firms advertise $799 per square meter all-inclusive, and it sounds absurdly cheap. But the package's main materials are the bottom-tier options. One look at the sample, and the owner wants to upgrade. Every line upgrades, and the total lands higher than a non-package quote. The package's real purpose is lead generation, get you in the door. Once in the door, 99% pay the upgrades. A 100 square flat at 80,000 package price finishing at 180,000 is industry average. Half package, full package, bare package, the terminology trap. Owners hear full package and assume they don't have to handle anything. In reality, What full package excludes fills an A4 page. Curtains, lights, furniture, appliances, soft furnishings, none of it. The owner budgets at the full package price, then discovers they need another 30 to 50% to finish. By the time reality hits, every contract is signed. 12 years in, you've seen every kind of ending. Some owners divorce after their budget doubled. Some take out loans, then sell the apartment when the payments crush them. Some fight for 2 years, then accept a settlement for tens of thousands. It weighs on you sometimes. But the rules of this trade are what they are. If you don't eat, someone else will. Owner and project manager aren't collaborators. They're game theoretic opponents. Defense move 1. Play one firm's quote against another. Same scope, get at least 3 quotes. The lowest bidder is using a package to lure you in. The highest is charging brand premium. The middle quote is closest to real cost. Take the middle number back to the lowest bidder and squeeze. You'll wring out 10 to 15% of the inflation. Defense move 2. Every vague clause in the contract must be quantified. Never sign electrical and plumbing billed at actual cost. Rewrite it as electrical and plumbing total capped at 6,000 yuan. Overruns not owed by owner. Same treatment for main materials, brand, model, specification, every item, written into a contract appendix. This single move shuts down 80% of the change order playbook. Defense move 3. Buy main materials yourself. Contract only labor and auxiliary materials. This single move cuts 30% of the kickback profit chain. Walk the building market yourself. Compare 3 shops, and main material cost drops to 60% of the firm's bundled price. Yes, it's more legwork. That legwork saves 30,000 to 50,000 yuan. Every renovation veteran uses this method. If you've already been taken, what to do? Step 1. Don't blow up on site. Preserve evidence, contract, payment records, WeChat chat logs, site photos. Step 2. File with the Renovation Trade Association. Most cities have dedicated mediation channels, and success rates top 50%. Step 3. If the amount exceeds 30,000, small claims court is cheap. The one thing you must not do is stay silent. Your silence creates the next victim. This is the life simulation of a 12-year renovation project manager. 50,000 quote on 20,000 cost, 20% kickback on main materials, double markup on auxiliary materials, 30% in change orders, wage gap arbitrage, the inspection theater, the hollow after-sales check. Renovation profit doesn't live where you can see it. It lives in every corner you can't. Share this video with anyone planning or in the middle of a renovation. It'll save them at least 30,000 yuan. Which life simulation do you want next? A used car dealer's day, or B, the 8-year inside story of a wedding photo studio? Tell me in the comments.